Yeah, casting things for free is. I've been having a lot of fun with that. One of my favorite things. Okay, so we see our Fire of Invention come through here, which is great. We can play our land, I suppose. Right? Let's just keep it simple. Let's give our guys haste here. And I'm just going to put a quick counter on myself so his Niz can't kill me. And then we're all going over. And that should be a good game. Right? So absolute powerhouse of a deck here. Giving these Field of the Dead tokens haste is disgusting. Most people are not considering that. They're like, well, he didn't have it to Teferi, and he didn't scape shift on the end of my turn, so I got a spare turn. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS, and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today we are playing with Kenrith. This guy is like a little bit broken, baby, especially when paired with Fires of Invention. This card's weird. You play it, and then you can only cast 2 spells a turn, and then you may play spells in your hand for free as long as they are equal or less mana cost than lands on the field. So that's really cool. We're sitting at 667. We got 30 hours left. Our decay rate is, for the last day, been about 3.5. We've seen as high as 4.6. But right now we're sitting at about 3.6 in the last 20 hours. So we're going to be groovy with our rank. No worries there. Let's get into the deck right away here. Kenrith, King of Inventions. I was also thinking Kenrith, King of Gates, something like this, or maybe Kenrith, Inventor of Gates. I think that would probably be the best one, but anywho, that's not necessarily the important part. The important part is how good this deck is, and more importantly, how good is Gilded Goose. When I first seen this card, I was like, that card sucks. No, this is what's up. Gilded Goose is the new Llanowar elf, obviously, and then we get into Paradise Druid for our second draw. So for Gilded Goose, Fae of Wishes, this is really cool because we have got a pretty in-depth sideboard on this deck as well, and the Granted is a sorcery adventure card for 4. You may choose a non-creature card viewing from outside the game, reveal it, put it into your hand. So there's plenty of things that we can dig for with this. We'll go through that at the very end. And then we could also play this for 2, and it's a 1/4 flyer, and you can pay 2 and discard 2 cards and return it to your hand, which I don't think we're really into. We have 3 Paradise Druids just for a little bit more ramp. 4 Gates Ablaze, 2 Teferi Time Ravelers. So we're doing field wipes here, and then so Teferi Time Raveler is pretty cool. We can do our pluses for our sorceries, right? Which is great for Escape the Wilds. But we can also do his -3 and return artifact, enchantments, or creature to owner's hand and draw a card. So we could play Fires of Invention, right? 1 turn. Play a card for free, maybe. The next turn clicks on. We get to play something for free. Let's say we play a Cavalier of Flame for free. Then we play a Teferi. Then we bounce Fires of Invention back to our hand, draw a card. Now we have like 6 mana, probably, or 7 mana. And we can now play with that mana again and then redrop Fires of Invention as our second or last spell, mana-wise. Right? So that's really, really cool that we can do that with Teferi. Fires of Invention. You can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You may cast converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying its mana cost. It's kind of like I explained before. We added here that you can't cast spells on your opponent's turn, so no shenanigans there with Teferi. We can't do a plus for Escape the Wilds if we have Fire of Invention on the field. We also have 4 Searchers. This is just searching for 2 basic or gate cards, putting them on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffling. 2 Kenrith. Now this is a bit of a powerhouse. Cost 5. He's a 5/5, that's fine. Right? That's not the crazy part. You can pay 1, give him haste until end of turn. Him and other creatures, trample and haste, which is crazy. Like, absolutely nuts. So we have Field of the Dead incorporated into this. So we pop our Field of the Dead tokens. They get haste, they get trample, and they're definitely coming over. We have pay for 2, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, pay 3, target player gains 5 life. Pay 4, target player draws a card, and pay 5, target creature card from graveyard comes onto the battlefield under its owner's control, which is pretty cool as well. We have 1 Cavalier of Flames. This is great for his ability as well. You can pay 2, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn, so we can buff up our Field of the Dead tokens this way as well. When it enters the battlefield, you may discard any number of cards, and you'll draw that many cards. And then when he dies, it deals X damage to each opponent and each planeswalker they control, where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. Escape the Wild is one of my new favorite cards, I think. It's a heavy cast for 5, but we like to cast it for 0 here. And exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may play the cards exiled this way until end of turn, until your end of your next turn. And then you may play an additional land this turn, which is great, which kind of nullifies one of its cast mana, right? Because if you get another mana and then you're allowed to play another mana, it should only cost 4 instead of 5 technically. But if you whiff, it will definitely still cost 5. We have Golos, Tireless Pilgrim. Now Golos is great here because he's pulling Fields of the Dead out for us, right? So he puts Field of the Dead on the field when he comes into play, and then you can pay 7, exile top 3 cards of your library, and play them for free. So this is really good if you don't have Fire of Inventions already going, right? If you do, and you've already cast your 2 cards for free, and you do Golos' ability, you won't be able to cast those because it'll be over your 2 spell limit. We have 1 Chandra, Awakened Inferno, which is just pretty groovy. It's a nice 1-of. And then we have a ton of lands for Forest, obviously, because we want to hit the Paradise Druid and the Gilded Goose as much as possible. And then we have a ton of gates. We could even expand on that, I'm sure. Right. Yeah, some gates we can't have, right? We could do no, we have Gateway Plaza. We could even incorporate more Fields of the Dead. I just been looking at the lands and I'm like, man, I wish I had more lands for this deck, but it's kind of what it is, right? Just doing a quick little run through of our land situation, right? Because I could always drop something we don't need, right? Yeah. Even this Gruul Guildgate could probably go. Because we need 8 different lands, so to have so many of the same Guildgates is kind of crazy, considering the only thing we use gates for is Gates Ablaze. Yeah. Moving on to our sideboard. We have 1 Unmarred Ego, 1 Deafening Clarion, 2 Drawn from Dreams, 2 Kaya's Wrath, 2 Covetous Urge, 2 Time Wipe, 1 Planar Cleansing, 1 Command the Dreadhorde, 2 Plain White Celebrations, and 1 Mass Manipulation. Normally we're taking Drawn from Dreams in the beginning of the game, just so we can get drawing for our Fire of Invention, or our Kenrith, right? Just get through our deck. Kaya's Wrath, we need wipes. Unmarred Ego if we're dealing with something that just absolutely has to be dealt with, like perhaps Cavalcade or something like this. Yeah, Plain White Celebration is really good as well. Things like this, really heavy cost cards because we can play them for free, right? Anywho, that's the deck. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and then we'll get into a match once you've done that. we're playing regular play because we're not looking to jank up our rank in the next couple days. We put a lot of time into it, and we're just hoping to let that chill. We're thinking next season, or maybe the season after, we'll go for top 100, and then once we've got that milestone done, we will go for top 10, right? And if we can do that, then the only place left to go is for that number 1 position, which is possible, but that's going to take some time, that's for sure. So this is pretty cool. So we'd go turn 1, turn 2, and then that'd be 3 on turn 4. So we need to take this first turn off, if you can believe that. Wishing Well enters battlefield, scry 2. That's fine. This is a common enchantment, so nothing we're necessarily worried about. We have 1 Field of the Dead out in our hand. We have another available via our goalless search function. So we're going to put our Field of the Dead out here. Next turn, we're open to 5. So we actually did mistime that. That's alright, though. We're not really sure what our opponent's doing, in all honesty, yet. We see ops. It could be some sort of is it shenanigans. Let's just continue to ramp into these lands. Ooh. Ionize is one of my new favorite cards. I think this would be great with Torbran, because you would counter the spell and then deal 4 damage for 3. Let's try another Searcher's Route. We don't want to have our Golos countered just yet. We have white, blue, we have black, red. Let's take one of these. And let's go Gary Guildgate. There we go. We can get our attack in here because we have plenty of lands. Our Paradise Druid's no longer ramping for us. So we just drew a second Field of the Dead. I'm not sure what to make of that, in all honesty. We'll trigger this first. And then we can put our Golos out. It's a weird position once you do get Field of the Dead triggering, because they need to continually have field presence. So we get our second Field of the Dead, which is great. So we're going to start popping Golos Tireless Pilgrim's ability off. So that is our main goal, right? We want to get Golos out, get Field of the Dead operating, and then we start using his ability to get Fire of Invention out. And then we want to get our Kenrith out, or Cavalier out, right? So we can't counter this. Welcome to the game, Niz. It's good to have you. Let's do Golos' ability here. And look at that, you guys. We pull Kenrith, and we even pull Escape into the Wilds. And we have that red mana available still. So we're going to give everyone haste, and we're coming over. Those were my 2 spells for my... Oh no, I don't have Fire of Invention out. But I'm out of land, I guess. I've got 2 mana available. So, that's that. Yeah, casting things for free is... I've been having a lot of fun with that. One of my favorite things. Okay, so we see our Fire of Invention come through here, which is great. We can play our land, I suppose. Right? Let's just keep it simple. Let's give our guys haste here. And I'm just going to put a quick counter on myself so his Niz can't kill me. And then we're all going over. And that should be a good game. Right? So, absolute powerhouse of a deck here. Giving these Field of Dead tokens haste is disgusting. Most people are not considering that. They're like, well, he didn't have it to Teferi, and he didn't scape shift on the end of my turn, so I got a spare turn to deal with this, right? No. You absolutely do not. So that game works basically the same with Golos and Fire of Invention. Golos is great because you could cast all 3 of the spells he pulls out for free. I mean, you get pretty lucky if one of them wasn't a land, I suppose, but this is a pretty cool hand. In all honesty, like, this is, other than the fact we don't have a lot of lands, this is really good, I think. Kenrith could be gone for now. We could pull him out later. Let's see what we come up against. Let's get this goose out there. 1 goose per turn. We get ourselves a food token, which we can sacrifice for life. Or, with the help of this goose, add a mana of any color, which is great. Let's get this out here. Pay 1. Second goose comes out. No attacks. We have 5 mana available. Fire of Invention doesn't necessarily work great with the goose. So we're going to ramp into a Golos first and play Fire of Invention naturally. Because it doesn't do us any good with 3 lands. That's for certain. It looks like we're playing Esper Stacks, which is pretty cool. Yeah, let's get Golos out. I don't know why you have to do the food tokens manually, but so be it. Take action, Field of the Dead, please. That puts us to 4, so we can naturally play Fire of Invention. Hopefully we draw land, and we can play our Kenrith as well. He's going to kill our Golos. Yeah, which, I mean, fine, right? Whatever. Oh, we do pull a land. That's groovy. Giving him haste as well. We should attack with these Gilded Goose. That's got to be a huge flex, right? Weird flex, but okay. So, I mean, we're kind of out of cards for the most part. We can draw with Kenrith and do some sort of Teferi shenanigans if we must. But unless he has answers, that's game. And I mean, we know Esper's Decks has plenty of answers for this. One of them being this Murderous Rider. Very aggressive card. And we think we're running 3 of those in the Esper deck. He could be running 4 even. Perhaps he control out deleted us. No resolve. I do like the Fox as well. That's a lot of fun. I think it's just better than the Cat. I was worried it was going to come on another one of these platforms. But now that it hasn't, I'm telling myself that this is a cat pillow. You know what I mean? Because cats love pillows. Just probably chilling on that. Bum bum ba da dum bum ba da dum bum ba dum bum 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 ba da dum bum ba da dum bum ba da dum bum ba da dum bum. How's my singing? Let me know down below. A song request. I'll sing it for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully it will make this match go faster somehow. Let's take our Golos back. You know it. You just know it, buddy old pal. We're taking this. Oh, no, we have a mountain. Okay, that's pretty spaz of us. I'm going to pop the Golos back to my hand. That's a hot move, because now I can get another land for free. Aha! So we make up for our first mistake, and let's take an Azor's Guildgate. That will work. We don't have one of those. And now we trigger our Field of the Dead. There's our attacker, and it's still super duper good game. I think our opponent's been gone for a while. That's that, though. This is Kenrith, the inventor of gates. Ooh. Golos, Tireless Pilgrim, is Kenrith's #1 main man. Teferi is his advisor. I would have liked to pull out some things from my sideboard for you guys, because that's a big part of this deck, right? So we're going to play one more, and I'm going to try to experiment with the sideboard. Because for the most part, you've seen how the main deck works, right? Where we're putting haste and tokens on these Field of the Dead characters and just smashing our opponent who's unaware of what we're doing. But we have a lot of different utilities in our sideboard. Like obviously we could have pulled out an Unmoored Ego in this match and searched for Doom Foretold or Dance of the Manse. I think Doom Foretold would be the first one I'd take against Esper Stacks, probably. Even Teferi, we could have taken his Teferi, right? So, our last match of the day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you've liked this deck and you're interested in seeing more of it, or more decks like this, I think you can combo Fire of Invention with most things right now. Had a little itchy forehead there. Okay, not bad. Opponent goes first. Not good. This is better. At least we have ramp in this. And let's throw our gate away. Interesting. So maybe we should have kept Gates Ablaze. On a Flourishing, that's fine. And he grabs a Great Hinge. That's pretty cool. So we need Paradise Druid, and then we need to not draw a tapped land next turn. So we need a regular land here. Which the chances on that are... What? Very good. Good chances on this. Here comes Fire of Invention. Let's just get that out of the way. With Fire of Invention out, the guild gates don't matter that they come in tapped, right? So check this out. Can't play any of this for 3. Play that. Now we can play Searcher's Root for 0, which is great. Rakdos and a Gruul. Or sorry, Golgari. Boom. So that's groovy. We could play our king, which is also pretty groovy, but let's dig, see what we can do next turn. Field of the Dead goes. That triggers, which is great. No attacks. Let's take Fave Wishes, and we're going to do maybe Mass Manipulation. We don't even get there. He can see where this is going, and that's that. So, I mean, we didn't quite make it to the sideboard. We knew what we were going to take, so you can imagine that if you will. We did get a Mastery Orb, which is great. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All our subscribers are entered in to win up to 500,000 in gems, 500,000 in gems. So make sure to familiarize yourself with that. I've got a video on it from quite a while ago. You can just search that on my page and find it. With that being said, I hope you guys have been enjoying Throne of Eldraine. I know I have. And we will see you all tomorrow.